Hi, everyone. Welcome to our show, Table Talk. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. I'm not plugged in.
I hear you.
I can't hear myself. Now I can hear myself. Okay, let's start this again. You ready? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talk from the Trailer Park. I'm Mrs. V.
I'm Big RV.
And today I think we're going to talk about transgender, which is a really hot topic right now. And I think I need to talk about the first thing I really want to talk about is how transgender, male to female, are trying to dominate women's sports.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be in it. Nope.
See, I don't think they should be in it either. The thing about that is, for me, is that they are still biologically men.
Yes,
They are
they got the muscle and everything of a man.
the bone structure, the
Yeah.
muscle density, all that, and they're naturally going to outpower a woman.
Although I do know some women that can kick a man's
Hey,
butt.
hey, I have to. I have to. That's true. But if they wanted to go play, I'm all for it.
They got to go play in their own sport.
They do. They do. And another thing I don't care for is the fact that these companies seem to think when it comes to women that these transgender male to
Yeah.
females that it's okay, that people just aren't there yet.
I think that if they would have picked a better looking person, I can't say woman or man or better person, better looking person. I don't think there would have been any problem.
I think they would have picked a more feminine person.
Well,
Well, okay, that's for the
well,
rip curl, but the first thing I want to talk about is Mulvaney. And let me put this up and show you who this is.
Mulvaney.
Yeah, Mulvaney. Yeah, let's talk about Mulvaney. Now, this is Dylan Mulvaney.
That looks like a doll.
Yeah, that's just that's a retouch picture.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not
Okay.
that's not normal. But anyway, this is the one, if you remember, did the Bud Light commercial.
Oh, that thing on the can. That, oh my God, that was like
That was a joke.
a zombie or something.
That was a joke. The thing that upsets me about that is pick your audience.
But
This is not the place
that
to do that
that's what
with
I'm
the Bud
saying.
Light.
If it was a better looking picture, a better looking girl or boy, whatever you want to call them, and I know most of them want to be called a girl,
That's okay. They can be
but
called a girl if they
they can be
want.
called what they want. And
But if they have a winky, they got no business in women's sports.
no, no, they do not.
If they're born
No.
with one, that's all I gotta say on that, because I get really, really upset over that. Now, the rip curl, which has just came up, you would
Uh,
think they would have learned from. This is Sasha Jane Lowerson. Excuse me.
I'm sorry that that's
Now, she was born a male. Ryan Egan is her male name. But this is the one that Bethany Hamilton, who was the girl that was bitten by the shark.
yes.
Okay, and then she became Rip Curl's um, spokesperson. She did all the advertising and whatnot, and because we all love her because of what she overcame. But
Right.
because she was outspoken, because she sided with Riley Gaines, who was an NCAA swimmer,
Yeah.
sided with her against transgender females. Again, born male, transgender to female, uh, against them for being in women's sports. Rip Curl dumped her
Yes. Is
and went with this.
is this one is
Okay,
it
let me put this up for everybody to see.
is he a surfer also?
She
Or
is,
she is?
yes. Actually was a very well known well-known surfer. They're in Australia, of course, because that's where Rip Curl's also from. The original surfing longboard surfer. Anyway, he was an award-winning surfer in his own right, and then decided, oh, I want to be female, and I'm going to dominate that too. And for some reason, they
Well,
let him.
yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Yeah, and
I
so
mean, I mean, if he can't keep up with the category he's in,
right,
I mean, why try to go after the women?
exactly. And
But
Bethany Hamilton, who I don't understand what's going on. Let me see if I can find her picture here and show you who she is. No. Well, I had it, but I don't know what I'm done with. Anyway, here it is. Let me get this up. Yeah, this is Bethany Hamilton. She is the one that has the one arm,
yeah,
and that was their original spokesperson until she spoke out against transgender females in women's sports. And I just don't agree with that. I don't. I think they should have their own category.
yes, they should.
I
They
mean,
should.
I understand they want to compete, and it's not fair if they don't feel comfortable in their own skin, of course. Because I'm
But
nothing against it. They want to do that, that's fine. That's their business if it makes them happy.
I mean, I'm sure there's enough of them to make their own category in something, and probably in a bunch of something.
I'm sure there is. I'm absolutely sure there is. But, you know, you just never know what people are going to say or how people are going to act. What got me was the only thing I don't surf, so I'm not sure, how that's going to work as far as my understanding is Rip Curl is also losing a lot of business now.
Oh
People
yeah,
are boycotting him just like they did with the Bud Light. Nike, I don't think too big of a hit, but we all know what happened to Bud Light. They're
yeah.
still they're still trying to make a comeback, and I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going
Oh,
to make it.
they will. They will. They'll come back.
Well, it's Budweiser, so
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean.
Yeah.
Anywho, they also have like the thing that upsets me the most, I think, is with Riley Gaines and Leah Thompson.
Who is that?
Okay, let me show you who that is because oh my goodness, I get really upset over this one, and I'll tell you why. It's because this guy took my name. It makes me mad. But anyway, this is Riley Gaines on the left. She is the NCAA swimmer, and that was now Leah Thompson, who went swimming on the team or against them. I can't remember which. I don't believe they were on the same team. They were on the same team. I'm sorry. Anyway, the one thing that sticks in my mind is when Riley Gaines said they were in the changing. They're in the locker room. They
Yes.
were all changing. In comes Leah Thompson. Now, Leah Thompson still has a winky.
Yeah.
Still has a penis.
I know.
Changed in front of everybody. Just letting it all hang out like it was nothing.
Yeah, that's
No.
wrong. I mean, even though
No.
he's gay or whatever, if he's gay, and I mean, he could be a straight guy acting.
Somebody like that, they're not gay. They're cross-dressers.
Yeah.
They're a cross-dresser. They are not. They can identify as anything they want. Like I said, they can identify. I'm a koala bear. Where's the eucalyptus trees at?
Your eyes ain't big enough to be a koala bear.
That's true. They're getting worse and worse. But I'm just saying.
He's got broad shoulders. He shouldn't be in there anyway. I mean, his shoulders are bigger than
Oh,
a
what?
Russian
He,
woman's.
he couldn't he couldn't come in first in the men's. He
Yeah,
couldn't cut it,
yeah. He
and
just
he's in the top 200. Okay, but he has no business. And now he's trying to sue the Olympic Committee to let him be in the Olympic as a female.
yes,
That's not going to happen. It better not happen because I'll quit watching. And I know a lot of other people that'll quit watching. And that's when Bethany Hamilton and Danny Laidley, Riley Gaines, Danny's somebody
I
else.
mean, would
They
this
teamed up.
would this be a big topic if they lost? Would it still be a big topic?
I
I
think
mean,
I think it's I don't know. I think that's why they're trying to get into women's sports. It's because they can't cut it in the men's division.
exactly. But I'm saying
with the exception of Sasha
if they lost in a
Larson.
women's sport, would it be headline news or wouldn't even be heard of?
See, I don't know.
You
I
know,
don't know if they would or not.
it's because they won, they making a big deal about it, which is a big deal because they don't
Well,
need to be
Rip
in there.
Curl needs to like tuck their tail between their legs anyway and run because it's been proven now that all their gear is made in North Korea in sweatshops.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
North Korea. That's.
I know, but they're like I said, an Australian company, but
Is the sweatshops for us and not sweatshops for them? Just normal work day for them?
it doesn't matter. It's still a crime against humanity. I mean, would you want to work 10, 12, 14-hour days, 9, 10 years old for $1 a week?
Maybe that's the way they help their family, but I know it's wrong. You know.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. None. I don't want to start in North Korea because that's just a big joke. You can put them out there with Russia.
Yeah.
But anywho, and I have something else. I have the last thing I want to talk to you about,
Uh-oh.
which is, yeah, where do you see this thing
Here we
now?
go.
Where do you see this?
Here we
Hang on,
go.
let me find it. What I do with them?
I'm sorry, our house band is gone today. Uh,
Okay, this is uh, Danny Laidley, former football coach, and in Australia, as you can see, his male self on the left and transgender self on the right,
yeah,
which is all fine and good. But Maxim magazine, the Australian version, named her one of the top 100 best looking women in Australia.
she actually looks like Martha Stewart.
Are you
A
crazy?
young Martha Stewart.
Are you crazy? No.
I'm just saying.
No.
You sure Martha Stewart ain't
Yeah. Now,
transgender?
no.
I don't know.
No.
Uh,
Heavens no.
uh,
No. And
I,
don't let her good buddy Snoop Dogg hear that
I'm just saying.
either.
Maybe.
No, 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 no.
Uh,
But anyway, it's sure a sad day when that is one of the top 100 hottest women
yes.
in Australia.
Yes. Yes. Well,
American women, they ain't got nothing. I mean, they ain't got nothing on us anyway.
Budweiser and that surfing company, they could have picked some hotter gender women.
Well, it's not that. I don't think it's the fact that, how dare you?
Well, at least they could have looked like women.
That's true, they don't. You know what they remind me of? The, in the old days, I would say, for the female bodybuilders.
Yes. Yes.
Because they would
Yes.
be,
I know.
pumping iron and one, I can't remember her name now, I'll have to look it up, but she had to prove that she was a female because they truly thought she was male. But I think a lot of it is the fact that her physique was so amazing
Yeah.
that, and I believe her name was Leah, if I'm not mistaken. And she was awesome. She was absolutely amazing. I love bodybuilding. But anyway, so I just wanted to bring this to your attention and see what you thought about it. And I'm not for that. One thing is, we do not have any prejudice against anyone who is gay, LGBTQ, anybody that's transgender, because we have one child that's gay, one that's bi, and one that actually is transitioning. But they know how we feel about transgender females, male to female, in women's sports. Now, as far as I'm concerned, they have no place
No, they don't.
there. They're still men. Biologically, as far as their physique, they're still men. They may feel like women and they want to look like women. They're not physically. Now, I did have one last thing I want to talk to you, and this is I guess this was a big deal in Canada. I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't, it didn't really make it over here, I guess. But this is, let me see if I can get this pulled up. Hang on a second. Let me get this pulled up. Now, this was a big deal in Canada because this is about Hershey's. And I guess when they put this person's, I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but she's a trans woman, and they put her on the packaging of Hershey's chocolate. And I guess people in Canada went nuts. They tried to boycott Hershey's, and which I don't realize, though. Hershey's owns a lot of companies, and I believe they're also owned by another bigger company. So it's kind of hard to. But anyway, Hershey said that admittedly they were trying to connect with a younger audience.
A different audience.
A younger audience.
So what are they saying? All the younger audiences are going to be gay now, or?
I think they were trying to be inclusive.
Because in our time, you couldn't be gay like that.
Oh, no.
No. And,
no, when I was in high school, 2 girls, and this is in the 70s, and 2 girls got caught kissing behind the gym. And they got caught. They got sent to the principal's office. Parents got called. And my understanding, as I remember right, they did not suspend them. They expelled them.
Yeah.
Because they got caught kissing behind the gym. Getting a guy and a girl, they'd just shoot them right along.
Yeah.
But because it was 2 girls, it was prohibited.
Well, that's more tolerable than 2 guys. I mean, 2 guys would have done it. They would probably got their butt kicked.
Well, I remember there was only one gay bar in the area, because this is in Arizona, and it got raided like every weekend.
Yeah.
And people actually went to jail just for the fact that they were gay, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, live and let live, as far as I'm concerned. As long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself, nobody should say anything to you. Nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Because I remember when I was ignorant, I guess, I didn't gay bash, but don't come near me or anything. Don't
homophobic.
Even try to touch me or nothing. Just stay away from me. And when our kids came out, it just changed my whole opinion.
Changed your whole world, didn't it?
And now I want to go to the trans shows and check them out. I got one that dresses up like that and does shows too.
Female impersonator.
Yeah.
Kind of like RuPaul.
So, somebody told me he's still your son, so.
He'll always be your son.
You gotta love him, so that's true.
And we don't care.
No.
We don't care.
Yeah.
We'll walk in there with our heads held high. We don't care. We're proud. Very proud.
Shaking my butt.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll never get out of there alive. I do want to mention one organization, and they were created back in 1985, and they're still going. And I think they're an amazing organization. They're called GLAAD, GLADD, Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. Now, they're trying to help with rights, and because it seems today, in the politics especially down in Florida and places like that, they're trying to take back the rights that the gay people, the LGBTQ community, let's say that, have gained, because they've come a long way from our time where you didn't talk about it, nothing. It was not allowed. Well, now they're trying to go back to that. I mean, even in the military, what is it, the don't say gay?
Yeah, don't
ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, that's kind of where that's coming from, because we also have a child in the military. But it just seems to me if everybody would be...
If you give them a chance, I mean, they're funny, they're very bright, and they're just awesome people.
I'm just thinking in Congress and stuff now, because of all this, they're just a bunch of yahoos. They're just a bunch of kids, little kids, and I'm talking toddlers, fighting over a toy.
Yeah.
That's all it is. My opinion's better because it's my opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Well, they're old people. I mean, most of them are old people.
I think if we could get a younger generation in there instead of these rich old white guys thinking that they know best, which they don't because they're out of touch.
Yeah.
They're absolutely out of touch with reality. It seems like, but I think that there would be a lot more compromise. I think there'd be more inclusivity with people. I think people would be a little kinder. I mean, in
Yeah.
our day, you didn't talk to people the way that people talk now. The entitlement is just, to me, is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
Well, it all comes back around. I mean, just hopefully something comes around like this, and then it just comes back in a better way than it did
Yeah,
back then.
I just didn't want anybody to think that that's what we're doing is bashing because we're not.
No, no, no.
I just think there's a place when it comes to sports. Any other thing, knock yourself out. Go to join the Miss America pageant, whatever you want to do, but just not in sports because it gives you an unfair advantage over the females, and females have had to fight for everything they got. They really have. I mean, look at the WNBA. It took all this time for them to even get close to what the men are making, and then I don't even think they're close yet.
No, no.
I mean, they can't get the butts in the seats. You know what I mean? The behinds in the seats is what makes them money.
But the transgender, uh, them going up there and singing and or lip singing, I'm gonna say, and dancing. I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff. Well, they can get down.
You mean like RuPaul's?
Like RuPaul
Drag Race?
I
Yep.
mean, and I
Excuse
got
me.
a nephew in California, and she does that stuff
Yep.
and
He's good at it.
on stage and
He's good at
advertising and everything, and travels, goes to Vegas and everything
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
And
Our
she's good.
son has a friend that was on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
And he was really proud of that. But there's still no, there's still exclusion. There's still a stigma.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think the gay community is being a lot more accepted.
Yes. Yes.
Especially when it comes to adoptions and the cohabitation of people's, getting married. That was huge.
Yeah.
There's two things in my lifetime I never thought I'd see. I never thought I'd see a gay couple be able to marry, which is awesome. And I never thought I would see marijuana being illegal.
No, you ain't gonna say nothing about a black president?
Huh?
You ain't gonna say nothing about a black president?
Oh, I knew that would happen eventually. I just didn't know when.
I never thought of it. And it's like I never thought of a girl president, but we might.
If something happens to Biden, we might. But I think that's the only way that'll happen. The
Uh,
only one that even had half a chance was Hillary Clinton. But
that's another story.
yeah, for
But,
another day. I just want to call out another company that is very anti-gay, and that is Chick-fil-A. No, we don't go there.
Oh yeah.
We don't eat there. We never have and never will, because they are I guess because they're owned by a Christian family. Um, my understanding is, now I can't prove any of this, but my understanding is if you're gay, don't apply.
But even if you're a Christian, are you to bash them down or try to bring them to Christ? You know, I mean, that's the problem there. I mean, wouldn't you want to have the gay people in your restaurant so they could probably read something that's uh, some kind of proverb or something that you have on the table or something?
Trying to minister to them?
Yeah, and try to bring them to the Lord, and maybe I don't know if that's right or not. You know, because all we know is what's in the Bible. We do not know what God really wants.
But my understanding is God doesn't make mistakes.
Well, that's another story.
Well, I'm just saying, He doesn't make mistakes. So how can somebody that's gay be a mistake?
No, no, that's another story.
That's true. That goes into
But,
the age old saying where they decide, is it a choice or is it in your DNA?
but
Not for me to say, not for
yeah.
me to answer because I'm not gay. So, anywho,
Well,
you got
yes,
any
that's
final thoughts?
final thoughts. Be nice to your neighbor. He might be gay. She might be gay. You might get lucky. But whichever way you go, and door swings both ways, I guess. Not mine, but maybe yours.
Well, my final thoughts is everybody just be kind to each other. And remember, we're all put on this world, and we all put our pants on at the same time, one leg at a time. Well, unless you're a
Unless
goofy.
unless it's a dress.
Unless it's a dress. But I think our world needs a little bit more kindness, and we do need to be kinder to each other. And thank you for joining us. And please
Have fun.
subscribe and like. Send us some likes.
Hit
And
that subscribe button. That subscribe button, hit it.
And
Share.
yeah. Anyway, other than what Big RV's doing over here, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.